TV begins now.
Good evening, race fans, and welcome to the Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for esports racing. Tonight, we welcome back Slingin Outlaws to the Full Velocity Racing Network here at the Volusia Speedway Park. Here with Pro Late Models will be first on the docket here tonight. Star-studded fields, and the Super Late Models will follow up here at a different stream length. We appreciate everyone tuning in here to the Full Velocity Racing Network. As we're looking around here, I got to thank iRacing iFlag here tonight. A nice brand new logo up there in the right-hand corner for us here. Thanks to Milner Media and Design. It's actually the new logo that we always use during the Christmas time. Got to thank 3D Racing. Got to thank Schwartz Speed Shop, Westside Signs for coming aboard here. Some of the sponsors here, lots of sponsors coming aboard here. The Slingin Outlaws, Ken Skins Custom Paints, lots of great things. So we'll see what's going to go on here tonight and see how this is all going to shake out here as we get ready for heat race number one, as they're getting ready to load onto the docket, trying to get my controls up here and going to myself. As, for some reason, they were not working. So we'll wait and see what's going to go on here real quick. And we'll do this kind of old-fashioned style here, as I have everything directly in front of me. Hopefully this is what's going to happen. If not, I'm going to be really, really bad here. No. So we're definitely working on this. Is everybody disqualifying themselves here from the server? The admins are. Is working on trying to get everything locked on. I apologize here for just a second as I work through some of my issues on this end. You know, Jack, we're trying Discord for the very first time in the broadcast, and Jack's not liking it. I think we're going to have to really try this sometime in the near future, but I think we're going to go back to TeamSpeak, as it's really messing with my stuff here tonight too. Maybe somebody has a little bit more of a hindsight for us to be able to broadcast over here on Discord a little bit better here, where it's not locking everything up. Because now I know, like, I can hear Jack constantly right now in the background. You guys might not be able to, but I can. You can hear some different sounds going on. So, like I said, here, heat race number one. We're going to go to that 3D Racing starting lineup. And starting on the pole here tonight of heat race number one, that's Richie Gustin, his dancing partner outside driving. I believe that is the number one machine. Might be the 01. That is, no, it's the number one machine. That's Travis Card. Inside row number two, that'll be Curtis Uphoff aboard car number 129. And John Altidge aboard the 101 machine, which is actually another number one out there. Going to roll off position number 4. Rolling off fifth, my favorite picture in iRacing, always has been, Warren Samoy aboard car number 77. And Mitchell Farmer aboard the number 11 machine. Going to roll off in position number 6. Inside row number 4, in the 7th starting spot, that'll be Connor McGowan, aboard car number 64, and his dancing part on the outside driving the number 34 machine. That's Brandon Gibbs. Gibbs aboard the number 34. 8 cars we called for, all 8 cars out in the speedway. As we get locked and loaded here, top 3 will transfer their way into the main. The rest of the guys will go to consolation events. As we're getting ready here, locked and loaded, as that number 19 machine of Richie Gustin is on the pole here. Got one more lap at the Volusia Speedway Park. So in between these two races, we will be switching back over to TeamSpeak. Let us know how the quality sounds over here in Discord. Not there. I don't have that quite up there yet, but would appreciate any kind of look on this Discord. As the green flag comes out, dealing with work problems right now. The number 19 machine of Richie Gustin right now to the bottom of the speedway. Outside is Travis Card, and that number 1 machine, John Altidge, running in the third spot there for a moment. As again, Curtis Uphoff down to the bottom side, 3 wide here at Volusia in the Pro Late models. As Uphoff down to the bottom, way up top is that number 1 of John Altidge. Altidge trying to get into that second spot. He's going to be able to do so. He's going to seal the deal here off of turn number 4. So the number 19 machine of Richie Gustin, your race leader, trying to hold on here in heat race. The number 1 with Travis Card running in that second spot. It's the 1 machines following the number 19. And you have Curtis Uphoff running in the 4th spot, Mitchell Farmer in that number 11 machine. He's currently running in the 5th spot, Warren Samoy in 6th. Here comes 11 of Mitchell Farmer trying to split the difference up through the middle there and trying to get around Warren Samoy and Curtis Uphoff. Uphoff right now to the outside in that number 129 machine, the 11 trying to dig in through the middle portion of the speedway. Not going to be had there to try to get around that 129 Uphoff. The 77 down to the inside again. Warren Samoy trying to move inside the top 5. A good side-by-side battle between Warren Samoy and Mitchell Farmer. Farmer right now holding on to the 5th spot. Let's see if he's going to be able to hold on this time. Yep, going to do so here. As we have 5 laps in, 5 to go, so we're halfway home here at the Volusia Speedway Park. As it is Richie Gustin, your race leader, but the 1 of Travis Card all over him like a cheap suit here off of turn number 4. 4 laps remain here, and it is so far been all Richie Gustin. Gustin trying to hold on down to the bottom of the speedway, as now the 1 with a whale of a run up top there, side by side as they enter into turn number 3. Gustin on the bottom, and then you have Card up top. A good side-by-side drag race start finish line. Give it now to the number 1 of Travis Card, as Gustin now drops back to the 2nd spot in the number 19 G machine, as now he fires back down to the inside, side-by-side down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Richie Gustin down to the inside again, trying everything he can. And he can't get that forward bite off the corner. Now he's going to give up the 2nd spot. But John Altidge now up top in the other number 1 machine. He's moving into 2nd with 2 laps to go. Down that back straightaway, Gustin trying everything he can on the bottom. But the bottom seems not to be there. It's almost non-existent for that number 19 G machine. As we're going to see that white up 1 more trip around the speedway for Travis Card into turns 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. The other number 1. Altidge trying down to the inside, can't do anything. Looks like the 1 of Travis Card slamming the door shut. Hopefully that will be enough for him to take down heat race number 1. Yes, it's going to be. It's going to be Travis Card, John Altidge, Richie Gustin, Curtis Uphoff, and Mitchell Farmer going to round out your top 5. Top 3 make it down into the A main. Heat race number 1 in the book. So now we're getting ready here for heat race number 2 on the grid here. As it's going to go away like this, starting on the pole, driving the number 8 machine here tonight. That'll be Klein Evanhart. Evanhart in the number 8 machine. His dancing part of the outside, driving the 01 machine. That will be Aaron Brumblow. Inside row number 2 in the 3rd starting spot. That'll be Alex Payne aboard car number 1. And Tyler Hurst aboard the number 2 machine. Going to roll off position number 4. Rolling off 5th, that'll be the Sidewinder. Scott Shore aboard car number 57. And outside of him will be the number 6 machine of Tommy Bush. Inside row number 4 in the 7th starting spot. That'll be Kevin Kaufman in that number 37 machine. And Brian Hogue aboard the number 14. He's going to roll off in position number 8. Shotgun on the field. We know him as the high side hustler. That is Martin Karch in car number 33. 9 cars we called for. All 9 cars making their way here onto the speedway. So pacing around here. Trying to get to the fans out here. Trying to make my way there. DJ Konowski out there. Cody McKnight to Waylon Wilson out there. Jeremy Capron. As Klein Ebenhart right now your race leader as he got the green flag. Aaron Brumbelow running in that second spot. Third would be Scott Schroyer, the number 57 machine. He's working the bottom side of the speedway with that number 2 on the outside. That is Tyler Hurst. Hurst now trying to rip the lip up top here at the Volusia Speedway Park, but Schroyer has some momentum on the bottom of the speedway. That number 57 machine, Dirt Slingin Outlaws own Scott Schroyer, one of the founding of the Dirt Slingin Outlaws there, along with Martin Carge. Myself was involved in it for some time. Appreciate everyone here for tuning in to the Dirt Slingin Outlaws. Being brought to you in part by 3D Racing now. Those guys all in charge of this now. And, man, it's got a star-studded field here in the Pro Late Models, Super Late Models to follow here this evening. Thank you to MTC Thomas out there with the 50-star donations. Hey, if you got 50 stars, make sure you donate it out there. It could be 60 stars, 70 stars, 100 stars, 1,000 stars. We'd like to see it all out there. We appreciate all of our fans. It helps us keep our broadcasting rates cheaper. It helps us motor on through this very, very long season and be able to get anything that we need here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. So it's Klein Ebenhart right now, your race leader. Aaron Brumbelow running in that second spot. Third is Tyler Hurst. Alex Payne in that number 1 machine running in the 4th spot. 5th is Scott Schroyer. Schroyer's dropped back just a little bit. So we'll see if Schroyer is going to be able to mount anything. He was working the bottom of the speedway, but it seems like the top is the place to be right now, and that's the number 8 of Klein Ebenhart. Ebenhart right now leading there in the all-green number 8 machine. Is 100 stars now from MTC Thomas. So he's doubling down here tonight. Thank you out there, MTC. Doing that great. Thanks, James, for the comment out there. We appreciate it. We try to do our best here on the Full Velocity Racing Network each and every week. So Aaron Brumbelow running in that second spot. Alex Payne running in the 3rd now as he was able to get around Tyler Hurst. So Payne running there. Now he's tripping it down there. He's got now another 100 stars. So 250 stars from MTC Thomas. Thank you very much. Thank you everyone for tuning in to the Full Velocity Racing Network. Again, if you don't forget to like and share us out there. Let everybody know that we are live here for the Pro Late Models here on the final lap. As Klein Ebenhart has shown the quick way around the whole time here tonight in heat race number 2. He's down through turn number 3 and off of turn number 4. Klein Ebenhart going to take down the win with Aaron Brumbelow running and finishing up 2nd. 3rd is going to be Alex Payne. Tyler Hurst is going to finish up 4th. Scott Schroyer rounds out your top 5. Some more stars there from MTC Thomas. He's a star king here tonight. Appreciate it there. As now we're going to get locked and loaded for heat race number 3. Remember, the top 3 transfer on to the A main. That's where you want to pay attention to here tonight, as those top 3 go on here. As the 3D Racing starting lineup for heat race number 3, going to go like this. Starting on the pole from 3D Racing, that's the number 6. That's CJ Phillips. His Jason brother outside. That's the double knot. That's Jason Skinner. Inside row at number 2 in the 3rd starting spot, we welcome back Russell Snelling in the 111 machine. And Steven Spees aboard car number 55. Been a while since we've called that name. But Steven Spees rolled off in position number 4. 5th starter will be Nathan Kassler aboard car number 21. And Alan McDonald aboard car number, just make sure, I think it's a 99. Nope, it's a 47 out there. So Alan McDonald in car number 47. Rolling off in position number 7. That'll be Terry Lade aboard car number 92. And outside of him should be Christopher Long in car number 17. Shotgun on the field, driving the number 41, and I slaughter his name quite a bit. So we're going to go Scott Muscard aboard the number 41. I probably slaughtered it. So I'm sorry, Scott. I'll make sure to get a pronunciation for your name next time. Here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, I'm sure everybody slaughters his name on any of the broadcast channels if they don't know him. So we're getting ready here, locked and loaded. Heat race number 3. Top 3 will transfer on to the A main. Robert Fletcher, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you out there. Again, Thomas out there. Who's Russell? Who's she? Appreciate it. Appreciate it. See Blade Node Motorsports checked in. Waylon Wilson, yeah. Well, we have. I'm not sure why open mics are happening here in Discord. I have an open mic as being an announcer that has to happen that way because the push to talk will definitely not make things work the correct way here. We've always done an open mic here as a broadcasting unit. Appreciate the input. We're definitely not used to Discord side of things. We usually do TeamSpeak. But green flag is out here over heat race number 3. CJ Phillips, your race leader here. This is double knot machine, the 00 of Jason Skinner running in the second spot. Third is Russell Snelling, or excuse me, Steve Spees in the number 55 machine. Russell Snelling already dropping back to the 5th spot there, as Nathan Kassler able to work up and around him, or down and around him, whatever way you want to call it. As it's the top 5 as he's going to battle there with the number 41 machine down to the inside. That's Scott Muscard. Muscard right now trying to get to the bottom of him here in that 111 machine. So it's a good side-by-side battle for the top 5 as Snelling right now holding on to the 5th spot. Meanwhile, up front, it has been all CJ Phillips for last time by 17.256 to Jason Skinner's 17.310. So a little bit of a difference there. CJ trying to run away and hide here with, I believe it's going to be 6 to go here for the number 6 machine. So we'll see if he's going to be able to hold on here in heat race number 3. So again, folks, don't forget star donations out there. We appreciate any stars that you may be able to give us. Big time donator here tonight, MTC Thomas. We appreciate that. Can't wait to see you back out on track there, mister. So hopefully we'll see that very soon. Correct. We don't have snow yet. Do you have snow out there, Jeff? We've had flurries, we've had sleet, we've had freezing rain, we've had all that kind of garbage, but it's about right. Today it's 54 degrees. And so I know it's coming our way down as CJ Phillips continues the lead down into turn number 3. So CJ Phillips with 2 laps remaining here. Popsicle sticks going to go up in the air. 2 more trips around. Jason Skinner running in second. Steven Spees running third right now. Those guys pretty much locked down here amongst the top 3 as Steven Spees is trying to do everything. Spees, excuse me. Spees. There is a Spees here too. They like the tongue timing here. So as we get white flag, the number 6 of CJ Phillips, Jason Skinner, and then Steve Spees in the number 55 machine. Those are the top 3, excuse me. Pulling off into turns 3 and off of turn number 4. CJ Phillips going to take down heat race number 3. Jason and Skinner going to finish up second. Third going to be Steven Spees. Nathan Kassler and Russell Snelling round out your top 5. Heat race number 3 in the books. Heat race number 4 getting locked and loaded here. Waiting for those guys to start gridding here as it's going to go away like this. Starting out in the pole, driving as the number 991 machine, or the 91. We're going to make sure that this is correct before we actually do that. It's not either one of those numbers. It's actually the number 83 starting on the pole. That is Blake Murray. And his days of birth, the outside driver, the number 1 machine. That's Eric Keller. Inside row number 4, or number 2 in the third starting spot. That is Dylan Schreier aboard car number 5. And the Harris Hustler, the number 61 machine. He's going to roll off position number 4. Roger Jett, name I haven't called in quite some time, in that 324 machine. Going to roll off position number 5. 6 is going to be Brian Wax in the number 14. Steven Spees aboard car number 128, going to roll off in position number 7. And Adam Huggins aboard car number 16. He's going to roll off in position number 8. Last but not least, that'll be the number 22 of JD Sass. 9 cars all reporting here for heat race number 4. Yeah, it must be nice. 61 here in Florida, breaking out the park. That's what Robert Fletcher even said. Hey, 54 for November 30th in New York State is fantastic. It's almost unheard of. But we've had some pretty seasonably warm weather. So we'll see what's going to happen here. Because I know we're going to pay for all this good weather that we've had here in upstate New York. So get ready, locked and loaded here for heat race number 4 starting. Get ready to start off a turn at number 4. And number 83 of Blake Murray going to lead him down. iRacing high flag, green flag is out. We're racing here with heat race number 4. As we continue to race here with heat race number 4, it is Blake Murray, Eric Keller, Dylan Schweer. Your top 3 is Dylan now down to the inside. That is Eric Keller on the outside in the number 1 machine. As Schweer down to the bottom in number 5, side by side for the second spot. As those guys going to work there, knowing that the final transfer spot's the 3rd spot. And that Harris Hustler right there, number 61, Josh Peacock on the outside looking into making the A main here tonight. So Peacock trying to do everything again. He had a fantastic run just the other night, last night there in the number 61 machine. And he's looking to back that up as he was in the top 4 in the super late model. He's starting to really take to his own here in that division as he was a big street stock guy, still is. But man, he has really come to life in these super late models as of late. So Peacock down to the inside, trying to get around Dylan Schweer. Schweer right now holding on to the final transfer spot. Good battle for the top spot again. It is Blake Murray in that number 83 machine. The one of Eric Keller has looked to the bottom a couple different times. So Keller trying to do everything he can. But hey, you're locked into a transfer spot. How hard do you really want to try? We're going to be halfway home. 5 in, 5 to go here. The Volusia Speedway Park for car number 83 of Blake Murray. Eric Keller still running a solid 2nd. Dylan Schweer running 3rd. Josh Peacock running in the 4th spot in the number 61 machine. He is right there knocking on the door, Schweer. Schweer right now to the outside. Peacock back down to the bottom. He's trying to find something extra off the corner. Let's see if he's going to be able to do that. The number 61 down to the inside again, digging. Trying to make things happen for that final transfer. So is that number 83 right now your race leader? 2nd is the number 1 of Eric Keller. Dylan Schweer running in that 3rd spot. Josh Peacock still running 4th, but man, he's been all over Schweer for the 3rd spot. They're trying to make his way in, trying not to have to go to one of those consolation events. Is the number 61 Josh Peacock as he's back down to the bottom side, trying to make things work. He looks like he gets a good run there in 1 and 2. Back down to the bottom, white flag going to be out this time. Around 1 to go for Blake Murray in that number 83 machine. Eric Keller still running in that solid 2nd spot is Josh Peacock again looking to the bottom. That's where the battle's going to be. I believe Blake Murray pretty much has the field covered here in that number 83 machine. Peacock sliding it down to the bottom again of Schweer. I don't think he's going to have enough though. Your top 3 going to be Blake Murray, Eric Keller, Dylan Schweer going to make it into the A main. The rest going to go to the consolation event. Josh Peacock, Roger Jett, Brian Wax, Steve Spees, Adam Huggins, and JD Sass. Heat race number 4 in the book. Going to move on here into the C main. 12 laps will be the distance. The next 6 cars will make it in here. So consolation event number 1, 6 cars will make it on into the A main. So starting on the pole here of the C main will be Curtis Uphoff. In that 129 machine, Nathan Kastler in the number 21 in the second in that machine. Third will be the number 11 of Mitchell Farmer. Russell Snelling in the 111 going to start outside of him in position number 4. Warren Samoy in the 77 going to roll off in position number 5. And Scott Muscard in the number 41 going to roll off in position number 6. Seventh starter sees the number 64 of Connor McGowan, and outside of him will be Alan McDonald aboard car number 47. Brandon Gibbs aboard the car number 34, going to roll off position number 9. And Christopher Long aboard the number 17, going to roll off position number 10. Last but not least on the field will be the number 37, the one-shot scrap and recycling, a good sponsor here of their Slingin Outlaws. That is Kevin Kaufman. Kaufman in the number 37. 11 cars we called for. All 11 cars out there. I don't see Connor, though, rolling. He's down on pit road. Yeah, he's on pit road, so I think he missed the start there. So that's a tough break right off the bat. The bongo bat. Anybody know what the bongo bat is?
I'm afraid to ask.
I don't know. I've heard everybody say it quite a bit. Bongo bat, as of late. I'm afraid to ask too. That's why I don't know.
Surprised you gave us an education on the catbird, so.
No, I don't have Google next to me right now. I did buy one of those Google speaker things that you can ask anything and make it play songs and all that stuff. They were on sale Black Friday. As the iRacing flag, green flag comes out here over consolation event number 1. 12 laps will be the distance. 6 more cars to the A main as Curtis Uphoff taking charge, taking command, as we are already 3 wide. The 77 of Warren Samoy down to the inside, side by side. There was the 11 of Mitchell Farmer and the 21 of Nathan Kastler. Farmer going to get the worst end of that stick. He was in the middle. Yellow flag going to come out. So first yellow flag here of the evening. Gonna fall. See what maybe caused this one. Seeing it live on the screen what happened. 37, 47, and 17 all involved in that one. Fortunately, Kaufman tried to do everything he can to reel it back in. Not able to do so there. So yellow flag's been out here. Sorry about the little bit of a backlash here. Trying to figure out this Discord thing for myself. As the iRacing flag green, the flag comes back out. We're racing and Curtis Uphoff, the fastest guy on the loud pedal again here through turns 1 and 2. Just trying to complete the lap here. 1 lap goes down. 21 and Nathan Kastler running in that second spot. Third is Mitchell Farmer. And the number 11 to 41 of, I believe that's Scott Muscat. Yeah, it is Scott Muscat. And the number 41 machine down to the inside, trying to battle it out for the 4th spot. Now 5th will be the number 11 machine of Mitchell Farmer, and Warren Samoy hold on to the final transfer spot. He's on the hot seat. And that number 77 machine is 9 laps to go here at the start-finish line. So again, It is Warren Samoy looking over the bottom of the speedway, trying to get around the number 11 of Mitchell Farmer. There is he's trying to better himself there, so he's not on the hot seat there in that 77 machine. But man, Snelling there too, the 11 of Mitchell Farmer. Those guys all pretty tight together. So so far right now they're tight together, but they're pretty comfortable. Nobody else really there to knock on the door. Meanwhile, a battle up front between Curtis Uphoff and Nathan Kassler. Kassler looks at the bottom of the speedway here in car number 21. He tries to go side by side with Curtis Uphoff. Uphoff leading. He's up on the cushion around the Volusia Speedway Park. And Nathan Kassler down on the hub, or catfishing it for the number 21 machine, trying to find something different. He's right up against that wall, trying to get his left side tires up into the moisture to propel him off the corner, get him that extra bite. So far, it hasn't happened for him as the 5 laps to go signal comes down. 5 to go for the 129 at Curtis Uphoff. Kassler still running in the second spot. And those guys still battling it out, but a fierce battle back here between Scott Musgard as he's finally pulled away. But it's Warren Samoy, Russell Snellings, and Mitchell Farmer, and now even Brandon Gibbs into the fray in that number 34 machine. He's been on the outside looking in. He's trying to make his way on into the A main in that 34 machine. Remember, only 6 cars transfer on in here from the C main. As again, Gibbs trying so hard to get around Farmer. Farmer able to slam the door shut here, 3 to go. So the number 34 looks to the bottom again. Brandon Gibbs trying to get around that 11 machine so far. Everything he's tried to throw at him, including that kitchen sink, has not worked. Don't know how many more magic tricks he has in his bag there. And that number 34 machine, but looks like he's plumb out here. As he's about 5 car lengths back, and they're starting to pull away from him, either battling side by side or even giving each other a rough time in front of them. That number 11 machine of Farmer and Snelling. They see white flag, one more trip around the Volusia Speedway Park for Curtis Uphoff in that 129 machine. Kassler trying to seal the deal here through 3 and 4. Well, Uphoff off a turn at number 4, going to take down the C main. Second going to go to Nathan Kassler, Scott Musgard, Russell Snelling, Mitchell Farmer going to round out your 6 cars. So 6 more cars on, punching their ticket to the A main, the golden ticket here for the Pro Late Models. So that is in the books. We'll move on here to consolation event number 2, and starting on the pole here for the 3D Racing starting lineup. That is the number 2 machine of Tyler Hurst, and his dancing brother outside. That's the Harris Hustler. That is Josh Peacock. Inside row number 2 in the 3rd starting spot, driving car number 57. That's the Sidewinder, Scott Schroyer, and outside of him, that is the number 324 of Roger Jack. Rolling off in the 5th starting spot, the high side hustler, car number 33. That is Martin Karch, and outside of him, Steve Spees aboard car number 128. Rolling off in the 7th spot, that'll be the 014 of Brian Hogue. And outside of him, the 22 machine of JD Sass. Tommy Bush in the number 6 machine, going to roll off position number 9. With outside of him, Brian Wax aboard car number 14. Terry Ladd aboard the number 92, going to roll off the 11th and 12th here tonight. That'll be Adam Huggin aboard car number 16, rolling off position number 12. All 12 cars out there on the speedway. Doesn't look like anybody has an issue. Nobody down on pit road. So we'll see what's going to happen here with 12 laps. Will be the distance. Top 6 will transfer on into tonight's A main for the Pro Late Models. Here is brought to you in part by Dirt Slingin Outlaws. I haven't seen Doug out there, Scott. Doug normally announces himself. That's not cool. We are on YouTube here tonight. We are on Twitch. We're on all of it. We're on 3D Racing's Facebook page, Dirt Slingin Outlaws Facebook page. Hey, if you're over at one of those pages, make sure you make your way on over to Facebook. Like our link out there. Let everything know that's happening. As we get ready to fire off with the B main consolation event number 2. getting ready to become underway. Hurst and Peacock leading them down. The iRacing.com pace truck in. Green flag is up. And we are racing down into turn at number 1 and 2. As a 2 of Hurst hits the inside wall as Peacock battling on the high side in the number 61 machine. Going to try to waste no time to try to keep himself inside a transfer spot. Meanwhile, a good transfer spot battle between the 33 of Martin Garch and the number 324 of Roger Jett. Those guys doing a fantastic job there. I don't think Roger Jett's in the third spot anymore. It is not. It is Brian Hogue. So Brian Hogue doing a fantastic job aboard car number 14. We have 9 or 10 laps remaining here for the number 2 machine of Tyler Hurst. As Peacock now railing the outside, pushing there. In that number 61 machine with Martin Garch still right there at the 33. Starting to close the gap. Brian Hogue, Scott Schroyer, and Roger Jett round out your top 6 here. The B main has been fast and furious here for B main number 2. So the number 2 continues to lead. Tyler Hurst in the number 2 machine. Second is still Josh Peacock in the 61 machine. Then you got Martin Garch running into the 3rd spot. Brian Hogue running 4th in car number 14. Scott Schroyer up to 5th in the 57 machine. He's running the outside with Tommy Bush right there in that number 6 machine. Also knocking on the door, Steve Spieth at car number 128. So he's trying to make his way in. A lot of good cars may not make their way in here tonight's Pro Late Miles. Hopefully some of these guys will be back with us for the Super. It's a different animal, a different beast here at the Volusia Speedway Park, as we're coming up on 4 laps remaining. Is down the back straightaway. Is still Tyler Hurst by .366 over Josh Peacock, who's running in that 2nd spot. So Peacock trying to lock himself in, but Peacock definitely getting a little bit faster. Last time by 17.523. Hurst had a 17.613. So he was faster last time, but you got to put it together quite a few laps strung together in order to maybe catch your leaders. There's 3 to go. So the B main right now currently has Tyler Hurst trying to show the quick way around. Now up to the top shelf of the speedway. Again, Josh Peacock looked to the bottom of him a couple different times. No forward bite off there for him. If he wants to transfer on to the A main, I think there's a bigger ordeal to him than not being able to transfer on. As there is 2 laps remaining down that back straightaway here for the final time, for the second to final time here in the O2 machine, as he is continuing to power it out there. As Hurst now goes to the outside, 1 to go, presented by 3D Racing. As the number 61 of Peacock, I don't think he's got anything left for him. He's kind of gassed. That number 2 down into turn, and number 3 and off of turn number 4 for the final time. Put Tyler Hurst into victory lane here for the consolation event. Second going to go to Josh Peacock. 3rd to Martin Garch. Brian Hogue going to finish up in 4th. 5th, Scott Schroyer. And Steve Spieth in that 128 machine. He's going to finish up 6th. Tommy Bush 1 spot out there in that number 6 machine. So before we get to racing action here tonight for the A main, we're going to send things down trackside. All right, Dirty Grass Soul and Kevin Dedman for the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed. and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, a warm-up session there, 5 minutes long here at the 8 o'clock hour, the top of the hour here. Full Velocity Racing Network, the pro late models here with the Dirt Slingin Outlaws. And we're going to jump right in to the 3 racing starting lineup. 40 laps will be the distance for the pro late models. Just remember, folks, super late models will come up right after that. So starting on the pole, waiting for the grid to line up here. Sometimes I go a little bit too fast for it, but starting on the pole, driving the number 1 machine, that is Travis Card and his dancing partner to the outside. Driving the number 8 machine, that is Klein Ebenhard. Inside row at number 2 in the 3rd starting spot, that will be the number 6 of CJ Phillips and Blake Murray aboard car number 83. Going to roll off position number 4. Fifth starter sees the 101 machine of John Oltich. And outside of him, Aaron Brumbelow aboard car number 01. Inside row number 4 in the 7th starting spot. That will be Jason Skinner and the double knot. And outside of him, Eric Keller aboard car number 1. Inside row number 5, that'll be Richie Gustin aboard the number 19 machine. And outside of him, the number 1 of Alex Payne. Row number 6 sees Steven Speeds aboard car number 55 and Dylan Swear aboard car number 5. We'll roll off position number 12. Inside row number 7, there'll be the number 129 machine. That is Curtis Uphoff and Tyler Hurst aboard the O2. Fastest there in the last B main that we had. Rolling off position number 14. 15th starter sees Nathan Kassler aboard number 21 machine. And the Harris Hustler in that number 61. Going to roll off position number 16. 17th will be Scott Musgard aboard car number 41. And outside of him, Martin Karch aboard the number 33, the High Side Hustler. We welcome him back here at the Full Live Speed Racing Network. Inside row number 10, that's the number 9 in the 19th starting spot. The number 77 of Warren Samoy and Brian Hogue aboard car number 14, rolling off 20th. Russell Snelling starts in the 21st position. 22nd will be Scott Schroyer, Mitchell Farmer 23rd, and Steve Spees aboard the 128. Round out your 24 car field as we get ready, locked and loaded off of turn number 4. We have stacked. We have them repacked. They're ready to send off of 4. The iRacing I flag, green flag is in hand. They unfurl, green flags in the air. So again, we have a race down into turn number 1 as Travis Card right there too, knocking on the door. Klein Evanhart. Evanhart right now running in the top spot there as he was able, not the top spot, on the outside of the number 83 machine of Blake Murray. Murray right now down to the inside is number 8 right now, getting blocked there by Klein Evanhart. Got blocked there by the number 83 of Blake Murray. 2 laps already complete. Travis Carr showing the quick way around. Sorry about that, folks. It's going a little bit different here on my screen. The number 1 machine of John Oltich running in the 3rd spot. He was able to get around the number 8 of Klein Evanhart. CJ Phillips running 5th in that number 6 machine. And right now, 6 is Richie Gustin aboard the 19 machine. He had a good run in the heat race, but the body just seemed not to be there. Seems to be a little bit more aggressive here at the Volusia Speedway Park here in the feature, the A main, as we are on lap 4 of 40. Again, folks, super late model racing action will come your way after this one. We have to remember how many different guys won the Slingin Outlaws opening series. We've seen a lot of the guys win, seen some of the familiar faces come back here for Slingin Outlaws. One guy that's missing, Jeremy Capron, he definitely won quite a few races at Slingin Outlaws inception when it first started. He was one of the top guys over here. He was the man to beat. Not with us here, at least in the pros. Maybe he might show up at Super, but I'm not 100% positive on that one. And he's been taking a lot of time off from the iRacing scene. I haven't seen him in many of the races there for that machine. So Travis Card continues to lead. 2nd still is Blake Murray. John Oltich running in that 3rd spot. CJ Phillips running 4th. Richie Gustin now works his way. He's up into the 5th spot. He was able to get around Klein Evanhart. Evanhart drops back to the 6th spot in car number 8. And you have the 01 of Aaron Brumbelow. And then Alex Payne running in 8th. That is the car number 1. She was just in him in the 70. Eric Keller is running 9th there in car number 1. And Jason Skinner in that double knot machine, the 00, running in the 10th position. So Travis Card, your race leader on lap number 10 of 40. He's trying to stretch that over John Oltich in the 1 machine, The 6 of CJ Phillips has moved up to the 4th spot. Was able to get around now up to the 3rd spot. So CJ on rails on the bottom is now Richie Gustin right there too. In the 4th spot, he's trying his luck on the 6 of CJ Phillips. It looks like the bottom has come to life. Here comes Aaron Brumbelow too. Brumbelow down to the inside. That number 83 and Blake Murray's going backwards. Didn't see that in the heat race, but he's going backwards here in the future. Now fighting it out there with the 01 is Gustin and Phillips leading on each other. A little bit of right side romance over the 19 into the 6 machine, just a tad bit. As now we're going to see a yellow flag, the first yellow flag here of the evening. The Milner Media Design yellow flag. Let's see what caused this one, maybe. I think Warren Samoy involved. Yep, Warren Samoy. And the number 77, he got drop kicked and sent by the number 11 machine of Mitchell Farmer. So Farmer getting into the back of the 77. Got Dobbs out there running back and forth there. So MTC Thomas has made some star donations here. I believe he's right around 500 or so. 550 I believe is what he's donated here tonight. To like to see somebody else come aboard. And Daniel Cummings Jr. out there asking if it's a cash race. No, it's not a cash race. I don't believe it's a cash race. I could be wrong. Scott Dobbs was the guy to ask about that. Might be a points cash. But I'm not 100% positive. Guess I didn't do my job reporting there, Jack.
Yeah, what else is new?
Huh?
What else is new?
Yeah. You're right. Sometimes I just screw things up.
Yeah, well. If it's not you, it's me.
And if it's not you, it was always Phil. Well, it's Phil 90%.
Well, it was Phil's fault regardless when he was here.
It's still Phil's fault. Still. As we get ready here to go back to green flag racing action out of turn at number 4. Waiting for the iRacing high flag, green flag out, and it is. Back to action here down into turn at number 1. That number 1 machine of Travis Card, your race leader, followed by the other number 1 of John Aldridge. And you have CJ Phillips running in the 3rd spot. 4th is Blake Murray. I don't think that's going to last for very long. Is again Richie Gustin now to the outside of the number 19 machine. Alex Payne right there too. There's a lot of 1s in the field. Payne in the 1, the 0-1 of Brumbelow. I mean, just 1 scattered throughout the field. That just must be the number to have. Maybe it's just that much faster. The 1 of Eric Keller out there.
They're all number 1.
They're all number 1 in somebody's heart. They're all number 1. Might be their own heart sometimes. As Travis Card still continuing to lead over John Aldridge. CJ Phillips running in 3rd. Good battle there is the number 1 of Alex Payne moves up into 4th. So Payne on the move. Getting around Richie Gustin in that number 19 machine. The 8 down to the inside also. That is Klein Evanhart. Evanhart making a 3 wide as that number 83 gets a little bit of a tap there. Comes down the track in front of Brumbelow. Brumbelow gets all kinds out of shape in that 201. A lot of guys just hanging on there. As Gustin goes way up the track into the marbles. Richie Gustin. I think he's going to be able to hold on, but man, he lost a couple of spots doing what he just did. Trying to find some momentum on the top shelf of the speedway. Meanwhile, up front, it is still Travis Card, but look at that. John Aldridge up to the top shelf of the speedway. Trying to make something happen. The battle of the 1s. Coming off the corner here down the back. Straight with the 1 of John Aldridge and Travis Card in the all green number 1. Down to the bottom, side by side off of turn number 4, but the 1 of John Aldridge is going to lead his very first lap of the evening here. And that's going to be halfway home. 20 in and 20 to go here for the 1 machine. Meanwhile, CJ Phillips now moves into the 2nd spot, makes short work of the 1 of Travis Card. Alex Payne right there in the other number 1. Payne trying to make something happen, trying to make his way up through the field. And then you also have the number 8 machine of Klein Evanhart starting to lurk in the shadows there. The all green. I almost willing to bet the green cars, they're all teammates out there. And the number 8 machine really showing he's faster towards the middle portion of this show so far. So John Holton, CJ Phillips running in that second spot, Travis Card running third, Alex Payne running fourth, Klein Evanhart running fifth, Richie Gustin running sixth, Blake Murray running in the eighth spot, Blake Murray running in the seventh spot, eighth is Derek Keller, Davis Speeds running ninth, and 10th is Nathan Kassler. Kassler right now running in the 10th spot, and that number 21 machine coming from one of the mains. We have good battling going on here. Now CJ Phillips down to the inside. He gets around John Alden. And man, he gave up a lot of positions over there as the number 1 machine down to the inside. Alex Payne moves into the top 3. So Alex Payne down to the inside. In that number 1 machine, he was able to move inside the top 3 there to a podium finish so far. Something just happened to John Holton. It was your leader and just all of a sudden just started fading backwards. As CJ Phillips was able to get down underneath him, and having Phillips, a guy on a mission here, the 3D Racing number 6 machine doing a fantastic job. There's got to be some guys out there rooting on CJ Phillips, 3D Racing. I've seen Doug Dobbs out there. Scott doing admin duties for the Pro Late Models. He's only doing supers here. So we'll see what he's going to be able to do come super time. We're going to see a lot more people out there probably. As Phillips right now holding on to the top spot. Travis Card running in second. Now Alex Payne all over him like a cheap suit there. The battle of the ones continue. Different pair of ones though. As Alex Payne looks to the inside. Can't get by the one of Card. Card holding on to the second spot. He slammed the door shut that time. But he's still got 11 more circuits this time around to try to hold on to that second spot. Can he do so? Yeah, and that number 1. Alex Payne running in third. John Alton right now running in the 4th spot is the number 8 of Klein Evanhart. Evanhart looks to the bottom again. We're trying to work his way around that number 1. And not able to do so is Eric Keller now. Up to the 6th spot. Richie Gustin still running 7. Blake Murray, Nathan Kassler, Steve Speeds. Run out your top 10. Some notables out there. Josh Peacock, Aaron Brumbelow, 12th and 13th. Those guys have been battling back and forth there for a tad bit. There are a whole gaggle of cars right there amongst from 10th on back. Some good battling going on. As Travis Card continues lead here in car number 1, CJ Phillips to the outside in the number 6 machine. As Card was able to get by Phillips last time around. Yellow flag going to come out, so Card going to have the race lead. A little bit of a contact there between himself and Phillips. I believe the 128 Steven Spees involved. See what happened here. Species running around, minding his own business. Oh, he gets in the back of Scott Schroyer. Those guys finding one another. The 14 of Brian also involved. Don't forget to become a supporter of the Full Velocity Racing Network. Supporter goal. We're trying to get to 50 subscribers. So far, have not been able to make that. I'd like to see 50 subscribers out there. To get the content, different content stickers. You get some percentages off iRacing, iFlag, Milner Media and Design. The wraps, you get percentages off those. Some giveaways going on over there. Some different things. So make sure you become a supporter if you really want in on the action. Only $4.99 a month. Not too much. See people spend more on other things than just the $4.99 a month. I spend more than $4.99 a month on stupid things. The yellow flag is still out. I believe we have the next race scheduled before 8:30 for the Supers. It's going to run right up against that. You guys can have to scurry around. Love to. I'm going to have to scurry around too. And these guys are going to have to scurry out of the cars and get locked and loaded for a Super. So it's going to be a whole different ball game. 7 laps to go here when we get the green flag. Raising high flag. Green flag is out. CJ Phillips has scored the leader last time in the last loop. So CJ Phillips, your race leader. Well, I guess it did go green about a lap ago. The number 6 machine of CJ Phillips, Travis Gard running in second. Third is the number 1 of Alex Payne. Fourth is John Alton. Brian Evanhart running in the 5th spot. Usually I'm used to seeing you saying green flag. That usually has me cued, hey, it's live. Oh, yeah. So we'll be going back to TeamSpeak too. We'll make our jump back to TeamSpeak after this Discord debacle here tonight. We tried. Definitely tried. We can't ever say that we didn't give it to a college try here. 3 laps remain for the number 6 of CJ Phillips. Travis Carr still running second. Third is Alex Payne. The 1 of John Alton running in the 4th spot. 5th is Ryan Evanhart. Those guys pretty tight together from second on back. As the popsicle stick's going to go up in the air, 2 more trips around the Volusia Speedway Park for the 3D Racing number 6 of CJ Phillips. Second is still Travis Carr. Is the 1 of Alex Payne's tried a couple different times down to the bottom, trying to get around him for that second spot. And then you got John Alton and Ryan Evanhart just waiting. The pounces now down to the inside. That number 1 of Alex Payne goes. 1 lap to go. Can Payne take that second spot? CJ Phillips got the field covered pretty much through 1 and 2. It's the battle of the ones, man. 1, 1, and 1 there through the corner. Is now the 1 trying to drive into the corner. Drives really hard into the side of Alex Payne. 3 wide for the second spot. And man, the 1's wreck across the start finish line. Oh, I'm not sure about that, but CJ Phillips taking that down. It's going to be Alex Payne. And then John Alton. Travis Carr going to finish up 4th. Ryan Evanhart for 5th. Well, no, it looked like Alton's got a little bit loose and just took the 1s to the fence. John going to end up in a podium finish in that 3rd spot. So we're going to take a brief pause. Make sure we get everybody lined up, and we'll be right back at you for our top 3 at BladeNote.com Victory Lane. All right, we're down here in BladeToKnow.com at Victory Lane. We're going to catch up here with John in one of the number ones out there on the Speedway. Man, that was a finish between all the ones. It happened to be every one. It looked like bowling for ones coming off the corner there. But, John, a good run for you here tonight, man. Coming out making a statement here early in the season during Slingin Outlaws here in the Pro Late Model. Say, tell us about that race.
Yeah, it was a good show, man. The car ran good. Really good racing, up front. Me and CJ had a little contact. I don't think anything was intentional there, though. It's just, a racing deal. But overall, I think it was a really, really good, clean race, all night.
It definitely was a great race there. Tell us about the track, how you navigated that track. I know, like you said, a little bit of contact maybe with CJ Phillips for the race lead. It looked like after that it was just that much harder to get back by the guys who try to get back up front.
Yeah, I think it's kind of the same deal when I think I passed. Who was the leader when I passed? Was that I can't remember I think for second or it might have been the lead. I think I swept kind of around them on the outside in 3 and 4. It was I think it was easier running behind the guy because you kind of see where where you were gaining a little bit. But yeah, it was a good race.
All right, John, before I let you go, I'll give you that microphone one last time, and I'll let you thank whoever would like to thank. You're live on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
Yes, thank the team Redline Motorsports, Speed Connection, Big Al's Guns, and my teammates were in this race: Alex and Blake Murray, Mitchell Farmer, Al McDonald, and that's about it. Yeah, and you guys for the broadcast and the guys for the league. Good show.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, bringing home the third position here tonight, driver of the number one machine. That's John Altidge. We'll move here to second spot here as I have to move down through here as the hauler, I guess, was used for something else, Jack, as we try to throw him in the hauler. So we'll move Alex Payne into the booth here. Alex Payne bringing home a solid second place finish here tonight in that number one machine, man. There was a lot of ones out there, but man, you got a lightning fast hot rod towards the end of that one. Tell us about your race.
Yeah, this is a car I just did up here. You can obviously tell it's pretty patriotic, but I'm normally 70, but figured we throw this on here. You can't really see the sponsors, but yeah, we had a good car. Track was really slick. Kind of wish I'd have geared for that a little bit more, but just kind of rolled around the bottom there, kept the car straight, and guess we ended second.
And second place, not a bad way to start this Pro Late Model Series. You're going to be trying to double it down here tonight. You racing the Supers too next?
Yes, I will be.
All right. How's the outlook looking for the Supers compared to the Pros tonight?
Well, it's looking pretty good. I got an idea on how the track's going to be now, so I can go back and adjust on our setup a little bit, and we should be pretty good.
All right, Alex, before I let you go, I'll give you the microphone one last time. You said you can't really see the sponsors on that one, but I'll give you a chance to shout them out here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Take it away, man.
Yeah, I'd really like to thank Speed Connection, Big Al's Guns, John Altidge for, helping us with the setups here. I got a great group of guys that are helping us every week. I'm trying to think Speed Style Graphics, anybody who's looking for a paint. I think that's about it.
All right, the number one machine. I'm used to saying the number 70, Alex Payne. Alex Payne going to finish up in the second spot. We'll see him in the super action here in just a little bit on the Full Velocity Racing Network. We'll let him get back to it here. We'll move him down. We'll make our way on down to BladeToKnow.com at Victory Lane with a 3D Racing number 6 machine of CJ Phillips. And CJ, man, hey, it looked like you had a really fast piece there towards the end of that one.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the car really started coming together about 20 to go. I started getting a run on John when he was trying to get around Travis there for a while, and I didn't think there was going to be any way around him, so I just kind of really looked up there and just got in the right spot at the right time.
Yeah, and that's half the battle sometimes. And with these Pro Late models, how much of an advantage do you think you might have maybe going into the Supers since you've seen this track and some of the other guys may have not?
Yeah, I mean, I really like the Supers a lot more because you can really, I mean, the bottom would have came in a lot earlier than it did in this race, and that's probably what we'll see later. But you can just control the car a lot more with the extra horsepower and really drive it off the bottom, which will be interesting to see, coming up. We'll see how qualifying works out. It's usually my struggle when it comes to the Supers.
I was going to ask you, how's your outlook on the Super race compared to this one here, CJ? How are you feeling going into that?
I feel pretty good. I think we got a good setup, 3D racing. We're all running pretty close to the same setup and just minor tweaks here and there. And, you know, I think we got something for them, so we'll see what happens.
All right, CJ, before I let you go, give you that microphone, let you think who we'd like to thank here tonight.
Yes, sir. I'd like to thank God, my wife and family, everybody at 3D Racing. You know, so many guys put in so much hard work over there. Great group of guys. Really appreciate them and Scott Schroyer, you know, putting on this series for everybody. I think it's going to be a fun series. iRace and iFlag, Ken Skins, Westside Signs, Sort Speed Shop, One Shot Scrap and Recycling, and you guys for the broadcast, of course.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, picking up the win here in the Pro Late Models for Slingin Outlaws, driver number 6, CJ Phillips. We'll let him get ready into his host there for the Super Late Models here coming up. I'm not sure where to put him, but I'll just throw him somewhere around here as they get ready for the Super Late Models, Jack. We're going to get ready, too. We'll be back at you here. Super Late Model Racing actually coming your way on a different link here, so stay tuned.